Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Potionomics. We've just finished day 11 and moving on to day 12. Roxanne is apparently a friend who has now moved into our basement, so we'll want to check that out soon. In the meantime, what does day 12 have in store for us? Okay, save the heroes, decreased value for cures. Following the untimely death of a curse-inflicted hero, some vocal citizens are shaming any non-hero takes a cure potion off the market. Okay. Sensitive palates, a highly contagious but otherwise harmless virus, has left the populace sensitive to snaps, crackles, and pops. Bad sensation traits has more impact. And then Corsac's tonic mastery. Given Corsac's ability to survive various monsters and traps, his resistance tonics have surged in popularity. Decreased value for tonics. We are unfortunately wanting to make some tonics so that we can go to the lightning place. Alright. Or I think, did we just make lightning tonics? The idea was to make room for more equipment. Use the ladder to check the basement. I think Roxanne is down there as well. It doesn't say that takes time, so we can just go down to see her whenever we want. First, let's bottle our brews. But I think before I make something new... So we have Greater Thunder Tonic that could end up being all the way up to a 3-star. No, a 2-star. Yeah. It is not, just a 1-star. So, yeah, we've got... I've never really looked at these. Probably bad taste, bad smell. Well, good or bad taste, good or bad smell, good or bad visual. So yeah, taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound. The 5 senses. They could either be good or bad. Weird. Okay. And then our other cauldron. How do you switch cauldrons? Okay, through equipment, obviously. That makes sense. Yeah, you can just go back and forth between them. Brilliant. It did end up a greater. Excellent. With a good taste. We have a bunch of things for various positive traits, none for taste. Alright, before I brew something new, let's see what's going on with Roxanne, since apparently we can just freely go there without taking time. Which makes sense because she's living in our basement. Quite roomy. Seems like they didn't finish the job, though. Probably stopped when they saw lava. Or stopped getting payment from Uncle. I'm sure I can get Saffron to help fix it up. Ooh. That's probably the third category that hasn't unlocked yet. Okay, clicking on you doesn't do anything. So do I actually need to travel to talk to you? Because I don't see a talk to Roxanne option over here. So is this just a visual thing where I can go down to the basement but I can't do anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. Hang on. Can I put more cauldrons down here? Alright. Weird. Yeah, because I can go to the basement. No, so it seems the only thing I can do... I can be in Cauldron menu, but when I try clicking on anything else, it takes me back up here. That's very strange. Okay. I think I might be able to build more cauldrons down there, maybe. It's unclear. So for the moment, though, we have... Not that. Well, I guess that is kind of what I'm interested in. We have a lightning potion, Thunder Tonic, for mint. should probably look into Frost and Shadow. Frost, Shadow, and I think it's Drowsiness. I can't do Shadow. We don't have any purple. I want to look into Frost. See if I can get potions to help me get mint there. Probably. So let's go to our brew. Using our good cauldron, which is the one we're on. Red and blue. There you go. Do I have anything that's good for both? You are. Or should I look into these? Because that one, if I actually want to do it, we need to start sooner rather than later. So we're looking to make all 3 of those with that positive trait. It's worth so much, but that's going to be pretty challenging to pull off. As opposed to these, which are far more doable. But those are common. This is a greater. Honestly, you're not giving a great deal. 2 greater potions, you're giving 385, or 2 common potions, they're giving 385. When? Come on. And then 3 common potions, so I don't have to go too crazy. For 830. So we're looking at these being worth what? 385 divided by 2 is 170-ish? Am I mathing? No. 190? 192-ish. We'll say roughly 200. I'm sure I'm mathing that super wrong. 192 is not... Whatever. We'll say roughly 200 each. You are paying way more. Because 200 each would be 600. This is by far the best deal. Okay, with that in mind, let's look into what it would take. So we're looking for Thunder and Alertness. Alertness is going to be the harder of the 2, because it takes 3 ingredients. We're aiming for Common Quality. And we need it to be... have a positive in the 4th trait. Okay. Let's see what we can actually do here. So specifically, we don't want any red. And technically, we don't want any purple. Do I have purple? No. Okay. I turned that on and I'm like, things exist. Those aren't potions. Okay. We're wanting lots of yellow. And then some green and some blue. That's a negative in the 4th. We need positive there. So that's not going to work. No. We're looking at this one. We need... I'm so bad at paying attention. We need the middle one. We don't care about the 4th trait. Alright, we need... green. So we need more blue at this point. Do I actually have anything with positive in the 3rd trait? Not you. Or you. You're red, and that's it. Okay, You're going to throw off my balance. That's fine. If we toss you in there, we're going to get the positive trait that we need. And just accept the fact that we're not dealing with a good balance. So if I'm wanting more blue now... Technically, we're already at common. Really? Huh. This, as it stands, meets requirements. Man, it still takes 7 time units, even though I'm not making much. So it probably is better to make more. But then that's going to push it up into higher quality that I'm not going to get paid for. Let's just throw in one more blue. Like a cheap blue item. We don't have any cheap blue items. Excellent. That gets us another... That's just stable. Alright. So that didn't actually help with our stability at all. If I went for just some cheap Magimin... Unstable. That's still stable. It's way cheaper. And it gets us the extra potion. I think that's the way to go. I need more fuel. I also would love to not spend that many time slots. Also, can I put this in that cauldron instead? Since we're not using very many ingredients. The answer is probably yes, but I'd have to rebuild it. But yeah, 4 ingredients, 70 I can do in my other cauldron. So we're going to do that. Alright, can I remember what I chose? It was like you... I remember it was... one of you. And you. And then I need a lot more green. And I think... was it something like that? Yeah. Stable. None of you are giving bad to the third area. Yes. I think that'll get me what I need. It's the 2 potions. Time-wise, though, I could speed it up. I kind of want to, at the cost of a mushroom. We can buy more. That'll get us to 4 time units. So when we get to here, it'll be ready. Which will still allow me to do some brewing today. Alright. That's 1. So then we need common lightning and common mana. Green and blue. Well, I guess it's still easier to just turn off the ones I don't want. I kind of wish there was an easy way to just click them once and have it switch over. Like right click or something, go to not. I don't know. So what do I have that gives blue? Is it just you? That's awkward. Ooh, you would give a positive for the final trait. So if I was wanting to make Quinn's thing, these would be useful. With that in mind, I don't need to go that overboard. We just went there. Gets me the common thunder tonic. Right, I'm not going to be pulling off a balanced Magimin anyway, because I need to toss in one of these again for that trait. The fact that he's like, no, it has to smell good. That is the key portion of this. Nothing else matters. I don't have anything that gives green and blue. So there's some other ingredient that's cheap. Sure. No, that's got me back down to minor. So I can't go quite that cheap. I might have to put in a fifth, actually 5 ingredients, because we don't have anything that's giving both. Well, I don't have anything that's giving both and nothing else, I guess. No, we checked it. Green and blue is only you. And that makes it super unstable, because there's way too much red. No, I think the only thing I can do is put in something green and something blue. Which means it's got to be you. These have too much of the other ingredients. So I've got to put you in. Now it's unstable. Chance of losing a star, and we needed to gain a star, so I've got to put in a decent green. Come on. That brings it to stable, and it gets it up to common. That is technically enough. We got a lot of silliness going on here, but it works. Okay. That'll work. And if I give it 2 hay, then it will finish in the same 4 brew time. Excellent. All right. So if we go back to look at our potions that we have in our inventory. Yes, I did make more mana potions. I thought that was the goal, and I couldn't remember if I'd done it. I would like to travel and go to Mint, see if she picked up anything. Swing by Saffron and Muktuk. See where that can get me. So yeah, travel, level up with someone seems to be always a good option. Yes, we can hang out with Roxanne, but it takes time. Gotcha. It's a shame we can't just go there directly. But alright, let's get our ingredients from Mint and Baptiste. You still did not give me the mushrooms. You are mean. 24 reds with a negative trait. 18. We've seen used before. I like you. And Warg pheromones, a red and yellow. All right. Let's give you another bone. Wow, thanks so much. She's ready for a rank up. Baptiste. The quest was a success. Here are the spoils. Okay. We've got Shadow Veil Pearl. Fairy Flower Bloom. That's something else that gives the middle trait, but it's also red. Mosquito Plant gives us purple, which we are needing. And tons of green. Yeah. Alright, well, thank you. We'll give you another flower. Just chewing through these fairy flower bulbs. You're ready to rank up. I think I like his cards, so ranking him up wouldn't be bad. Although I also, to some extent, like Mince. Because she's got a good shield. Like all of her stuff shields, which is nice. Alright. You give a positive trait and decent C. Good red and yellow. Or red and green. I know colors. And then a very good green. We already got one of those, though. But they are cheap. So getting a few of them seems nice. Sure. Not spending too much. Alright, Roxanne, what's your deal? Fare thee well. Step into my parlor. I mean, it's kind of my parlor. But alright, so how does your enchanting work? Purchase brief magical enhancements for potions. Found with the nose with a scent charm. Lasts 1 day. This charm casts your potions in a flattering light. With this charm, every potion is in good taste. So it makes all of our potions that we sell have a more appealing attribute. So probably it covers up a negative or brings a positive. Interesting. So if we're going to do a lot of shopping, or yeah, if we're going to open the shop, this would raise prices by an amount. I don't know that there's any reason to choose one over the others. I guess I could look at what I'm planning to sell. And if I have any negatives. Yeah, so like if I was going to sell these health potions, it would be smart to choose a taste improvement over sensation, smell, or sound, because we already have those. Yeah, those are... Well, I'm not going to do the fire tonic today because it's lower price. But I could sell these two, in theory. And a taste improvement would help. Is it worth 80 gold? I'll try it out. See how it goes. You've just upped your game. I hope so. Now, Roxanne likes gems. Have a gem. Interesting. So even these show that they have a positive trait. So is it not on the potions I've already made, but on potions I make? No, on my existing potions. Interesting. It looks like even if they had negatives, it doesn't just mask them to a neutral, it actually makes them positive. That is very good. Well, how about that? I'm guessing if we make something with a positive trait from this, it doesn't actually have the positive trait, and so when this enchantment wears off, it goes back to normal. We can't just brew in this positive trait. But yeah. Ooh, it sparkles. Yes, it does. And you're ready to rank up. I might rank you up, since you're new and therefore the lowest relationship. Alright. Saffron. My heart gladdens to see you. Same. I am going to buy all of your best fuel. I don't know if I should be spending quite that much, but I've done it now. I could then... Ooh, okay. Additional cauldrons. So we could upgrade the basement to add cauldrons. I was correct. Currently, I don't think we can. There is, it looks like an option for a level 3, though we can't do it at the moment. We could go for an additional shelf. I don't know that I need a third cauldron, because we'll run out of ingredients before we really make use of that. Also, 600 gold. We can technically afford this. I want to go check out Muktuk first. Let's give you a plant before we leave. What a thoughtful present, thank you. You are welcome. You're ready to rank up? Excellent. Muktuk. I want another cauldron. An amazing cauldron. There she is. This cauldron. Yes, please craft the shadow cauldron for me. And we'll be involved in upgrading it. Haha, we can do it. Interesting. Is that necessary at the moment? Like, is that a good use of my money? Or would it be better to upgrade my shop? Or better to buy more ingredients? Probably I need to buy more ingredients. I'm being overzealous with upgrading the shop and not getting what I need. Ingredients-wise. Oh, and I forgot to give Muktuk a fish. Before I forget, you like slimes. So... have a slime. Alright, Sylvia, cheers. You're ready to rank up? Excellent. Yeah. So if I give that to you, I can't rank up my cauldron. But still, it's generally beneficial to give you everything, and that'll open up options later. And I'm gonna bank on that. Because I don't know when we'll get another one of these available to give to Quinn. Give me a day and I'll get some in stock. Sounds great. In the meantime, let's again sort by Magimans. Do you have anything? Why is nothing ever on sale? We've seen things on sale before. It just seems like we're not getting that now. Alright, so if I'm wanting to make... probably... I need to make mana potions for our quest. That's green and yellow. And then if I'm planning to sell these health potions, I should probably make more of those as well. Which is red and green. So really I need lots of green. And maybe some red and yellow. These are really good. Like, that's a lot of points. I'm gonna buy both. I've got 5 of these already. Red and green. I've got 7 of you. Let's buy a couple more of these. Like, of these things, what do I not have any of? Red, green, and yellow. What did I make that needed that? Because there was something. Right, the sight enhancer. I don't need to make more of those. So at the moment, you're not critical. Red, green, and blue? That'll be for the drowsiness, which I will need later. I'll buy 1 more of you. 2 of them will probably be enough. Let's get a few more of you. Oh, let's turn off our filters. Right. We can go back to looking at everything. I guess the smart thing to do would be to look at what price-wise seems underpriced for the amount of Magmin. Since we've sorted by Magmin quantity, we can see that this is a good deal. Yes, it gives a negative trait, but that doesn't seem... We said before that it doesn't actually lower the price much. Now that we can spend money to just override it, these are probably a good deal. Okay, with that, who do I want to level up? Right, we said Roxanne, and I still think that's a good call. Mint's back. Did I not send you on your quest? Or are you back already? I must have forgotten to send you out. No, it's the first time slot. We haven't sent you out. Right. We were talking about going to the Storm Plains. Excellent. So there are 6 hazards. You need something that gives +3. So either one of these. That one is technically better at the moment, because we've overridden its negative trait with a positive trait. So when we go to the shop, we'd rather sell that. Give you one of these. Oh, it costs 200. I left myself no money. Why? Why do I do this to myself? All right. Mistakes were made. It's fine. With my no money, I can't send you out. That was a mistake. I like what I've done with the place. Sure, let's rank you up. This ought to be good.
As you can see, I've hit the ground running with my new enterprise. But cash flow is still a minor issue.
I mean, if you hit the ground running, then it sounds like cash flow shouldn't be an issue. If cash flow is an issue, your enterprise isn't going well.
Care to help me box up a few things for the pawn shop? Unless you'd rather just stand there and gawk.
Sylvia helps Roxanne sort through a pile of junk. She has 1 box labeled keep and 1 labeled sell. Roxanne is clearly unsentimental. Everything ends up in the sell box. There are men's trousers, a beard trimmer, a signet ring with a stylized letter O. Whose are these? Because I doubt they're Roxanne's.
Wait a minute. Is this my uncle's stuff you're planning to sell?
Oh. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. The signet ring with an O. Yep.
Whatever gave you that idea?
Because you don't have a beard?
This broom polo trophy for most combative player has my uncle's name right on it.
Well, now I see where you got your argumentative streak.
Oh, whatever. It's not like I was using any of this. And I don't want to be tripping over Oswald's old junk any more than you do.
You should check with Owl. He knew your uncle very well, it seems. He might have opinions about selling your uncle's things.
I could certainly use a bit more elbow room down here. And yet, I shouldn't like to get too comfortable. It's more than a little embarrassing, you know, running a business out of someone else's basement.
Who cares what people think, or people are less judgmental than you think. I mean, people are less judgmental than you think, in general. But also, I think, who cares what other people think? You seem pretty strong opinionated, who thinks very highly of yourself. Who cares if anyone thinks less of you? Who cares what people think?
Who cares what people think? If they judge you, it's more a reflection on them.
Bravo, Sylvia! I dare say I agree with you. Although in our line of work, we do have to at least pretend to give a care. After all, the key to a successful sale often comes down to making your customer feel welcome, wanted.
Is that my new sales tactic?
Butter them up with a bit of flattery and they'll open their wallets. Believe me.
Okay, flattery. Apply Charmed for 1 turn. It temporarily increases price of potion by 15%. Interesting. So that's... yeah, you've got some weird ones. So that's one... it's not actually increasing the price. Like, it's not giving real value. But if I'm getting ready to close the sale this turn, I just get a free 15%. Which is awesome. But again, it's situational. It's something that's in my deck that most of the time I draw it, I won't care. It's only final turn that is valuable. And arguably getting more interest, I think interest is the term they used, is better? I don't know.
Yeah, I can do that. Although, it's a little bit manipulative, isn't it?
You're learning from Roxanne, of course it is.
Ah, you're catching on. Who says you can't teach an old slob new tricks?
That is not how the saying goes. Also rude.
No one. Literally no one says that.
Regardless, I think you'll agree that such pearls of wisdom are worth a few square feet of basement.
Sure.
Not to mention the access you now have to enchantments. I'm quite skilled at the craft.
I'm curious to see. We'll be selling some stuff soon.
And I assure you, this time around, the services I'm offering are legitimate.
Why did you even go into the potion business? If you are an excellent enchantress and a terrible potion witch. Tell me more.
Why weren't you using these skills to begin with?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, she was clearly using them on her potions. That's why people were actually buying them.
Frankly, the margins on potion making are better. Enchanting requires a plethora of ingredients, usually rare ones.
So does potion making?
Whereas when you're making potions, you can simply throw any number of things into a pot.
Kind of?
That might be true if you're making a fake potion. The real thing is more complicated than that.
Sure, you know the difference. The average consumer? Not so much.
Okay.
In fact, it's thanks to my talent for enchanting that I was able to fool so many for so long.
Yep.
My potions were little more than water and dyes, but the bottles they came in? Oh, that's where the real magic was all along.
Yeah.
So just imagine the results you could get combining my skills with your own.
Yep.
But go on. Imagine it. I'll wait.
We'll find out next time I sell stuff. You've won me over, hottie. Or we'll see how it goes. Sure, more flirting. You won me over, hottie.
You've won me over, hottie. I confess I'm feeling enchanted already.
You know, if you wanted to flatter me, you might have tried throwing our match.
Not a chance.
Now focus, please. My eyes are up here. It occurs to me that despite my better judgment for the time being, we're in this together.
Yep, you get your 80 gold a day and I get all the profits. It's a good deal.
As long as I'm operating out of your basement, I will benefit from your success. And vice versa. So let's put all the nastiness away and try to get along, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never really all that nasty though, was I?
Dear thing, if this arrangement is to have any chance of working, you really must stop setting up such tantalizing put-downs.
Roxanne's so terrible. She's fun. Alright. So now we've got to head back home. And by head back home, I mean go up the ladder. Ta! One of these days I should experiment to see if we are able to travel without using an additional time slot. After we've traveled. Like travel, hang out, and then travel again. And see if that only uses 2 time slots or if it does use 3 like I assume. Alright, I think since we've paid for enchanting, I kind of want to open the shop twice. Also, I have no money. So with that in mind, tonics are low price today, so we definitely don't want to sell those. I am inclined to go with the health potions. And this mana potion, I think, was the one that had a negative trait. Kind of wish I could see that still. Because otherwise I've got to keep... Like, I've got to figure out which ones had negative traits. Like, remember it. And you would think I should know. Like, is there any way to sort? No. Works on everything else. But this one, they're all good and bad. See, it's unhelpful. Yeah. Okay. Did I want to adjust my deck? We've got sleight of hand. Right, close it out. Close it out raises interest by 9 and closes the sale. This raises interest by 10 and applies distracted. So it's the same but better. Do I want flattery? I'm going to get rid of shock factor and put in flattery. It is too... Ugh. I'm going to try it. I think it... Let's get rid of the meditate and put back in shock factor. I don't know. I really wish that I could make my deck a different number of cards so that I could narrow it down to be exactly the cards I want. In like normal deck builder games, usually you have options to burn cards you don't want, to shrink your deck, getting rid of the bad cards and being more focused. And to some extent I can. I'm getting rid of cards I don't want, but I can't reduce the number of cards. Anyway, let's open the shop. So, bad sensation trait has more impact. Right. And that's specifically the middle one. Anyway. I waved you on the street yesterday, but I guess you didn't see me. I have my doubts, but I thought I'd ask about this one. We can open up with shock factor for 17. But then reduce future interest by 25%. It's bad. It's not It's basically the same as the other trait that boosts things by 25%, just in reverse. It's good, but not the end of the world to lose out on. Are you planning to... You are planning to stress me out. We'll keep our guard up. And I don't need sleight of hand yet. So end turn. You should have been a tax collector. Captivate, or we could go for another shock factor. Shock factor now is reduced down to 13, even with an opener. I don't think I'm going to go for that. Enthusiasm's down to 12. Oh, it's so brutal. I wanted to just close it out now. We could. Because I could go enthusiasm, shock factor to get 8 more, and then just flattery. Particularly because I don't want to take that 4 stress. And because this isn't raising interest, it's not penalized by the shocked. All the way up to 188. And yeah, let's close the deal. It's an 83% markup. Nice. Done. Well, alright then. I love supporting a family business. Sell me something. How about this? Let's go with build rapport. And enthusiasm. We will hold off on the shock factor since it's not the opening. End turn. You'll give me a bit of stress. We're supposed to look out for one another. Yeah. I gained tension already? Come on. Although we could go for flattery and a sleight of hand. And just end it here. It's not going to be great, but he has very little patience. And I can't do anything about that, so... 78% markup. What a pleasant outcome. He was only at like 2, maybe 3 hearts. You look eager to make a sale. I need to know more about this potion before I make a decision. Well, let's captivate you. I don't need flattery right now. Let's keep our guard up. And end turn. Plenty of patience. Would have been nice to have plant the seed already. We could go shock factor right here. Can we stop drawing tension? Tension is the worst of the stress cards, and we're not even that stressed yet. I don't think I want to go with the shock factor. I'm probably going to pull it back out of my deck. I don't think it's typically worth it. That penalty that we were getting was not good. Alright, some enthusiasm. I don't need sleight of hand yet, and I'm not going to deal with the shock factor. He's still got plenty of patience. It's highway robbery, and I should know. Alright, we could aim to end it this turn. We do a pump up into an enthusiasm. Then a shock factor, which would diminish sleight of hand, but not by much. Actually, shock factor will just end it. Let's do flattery then. Because, yeah, he only needs 10 more. Or we could just sleight of hand. Which is the better choice. Gets him to 10 points. Doesn't have the debuff. Because the debuff, I'm sure, happens after we get our 10 points. It has to. But still, this could mask negative traits, which it might have. I don't remember anymore. $103% markup. Lovely. Ha! Just as I'd intended. Just as I intended.
That's all of them, for now.
Alright, our brews should be done now. Let's bottle you up. Just basic common. 1 star, but it's got the positive trait. And you... It's got the positive trait. So now we want to go to the clay cauldron and make our last potion we need, which is the mana potion with a positive trait. So mana is going to be green and yellow. So let's, of course, turn off the others. I could just go with double those. And then... What gave us that positive trait? It was the flower that we don't have anymore, isn't it? Oh, because do I not have any of those? No, I do. It's red. Right. That's why I don't see it. Yeah, you're also red. You give a bunch of yellow, which helps. But I'm not confident that I need that much. And then there was something that was even on... Oh, yeah, these. So that gets me up to common, which is what this requires. It's stable, which is as good as we're going to pull off since we need to put in those reds. If I went farther with more Magimins, I could probably get it into very stable. Maybe. But we don't need to. We're just trying to get common. And if I tossed in 1 hay, that means it'll be ready in the morning. Which sounds fine to me. So that's the last brew we needed for... Oh, I should have swapped out cauldrons. What am I doing? Alright, before I forget, I might as well put in my new super cauldron. Even though the glass cauldron's nice. Although this one... Is it up to 8 Magimins or is it still 7? It's still 7. We probably should keep that one. We need to upgrade the shadow one to 8, hopefully soon. But yeah, I should have swapped out the clay cauldron for the shadow one for sure. With that in mind, we now have all of... What do we have? We have this that we need for the... No, you aren't competition worthy. Weren't you? Wasn't that the point? I thought that was a 3-star. You're competition worthy. Alright, maybe not. So, the Thunders are just to help Mint when we next travel. We've got mana potions, and probably could do with getting some more health potions ready for her. So probably either health potions or we look into allowing her to go to one of these other locations. And that's probably the call. So, is that the call? No, we're going to go health potions. We've got lots of lightning, so we can send her out multiple times. We need more health potions before we can send her out multiple times. That way. Yeah, this is the call. So red and green. Heist Magimans. Could go with a bunch of balanced. If we're making these primarily for mint, I don't need to care about bad traits. There's a bunch of red. Bunch of green. More red, more green. Although at this point, we now have an odd number of green, which is awkward. So I don't think we have any more. No, so I probably shouldn't use that. That'll be hard to even out. Alright. Now we're balanced. So I could just use 2 of these. That'll get us some really good greater health potions. Sure. And then if I put in just a single log, we've got plenty of them. And that brings us also to be ready at the start of the next day. I'm happy with that. With that out of the way, if we wanted to sell more... Again, it feels like selling... We don't want to sell tonics. But I can sell one of these. We only need one of them for the order. I don't want to sell one of these while tonics are low value. We can sell another sight enhancer. We only need one for the competition. Poison cures are also down, apparently. Right. So then probably either the mana potion or the health potion. And since I've got a batch of health potions brewing, maybe that's the call. Sure. Relooking at my deck, I did not really care for shock factor. How much that hurt me. Could go back for getting more sympathy. Or maybe it's smart to get one of my de-stressors. Yeah. Although more shield. I'm going back and forth, but mint gives more shield. And I would have less stress if we were shielding more often. Is there anything else I don't really care for? No, that one was good. I could drop press the attack. Go for sympathy instead. Alright, let's open the shop with that. Oh, hello. Lots of noise outside, not a single bird. I've had my eye on something like this. Okay. Then let's get some sympathy, because you're trying to stress me out. Pump up and enthusiasm. Sounds sweeter than a rose in bloom. Aren't we in this together? Serenity, don't fail me now. Doubt. We could plant the seed. I don't think that's worth it with your limited patience. Go for another sympathy into keep your guard up. Are you intending to stress me? No. Prevents the next debuff from taking effect on the customer. Then, not confident this is worth it if you're not stressing me out this turn. Although I'm apparently stressing myself out. So sympathy would protect from that, in theory? I'm going to find out. Oh, but this would have shielded me anyway. So that was definitely not worth it. Alright, we need to just get 10 more in the next turn to max you out. Yes, so that did go against my shield. It's good to know. Double captivate. Will do. Raise interest by 8 at the cost of 2, and then raise interest by 8 again at the cost of 2, which should be all we need. Sounds sweeter than a rose in bloom. Only 63% markup. Nearly walked out without it. Have a nice day. Another day, another coin, right? I wish I had more time to browse, but this should suit my needs. Build some rapport. We gain sympathy again for this turn. You're not trying to stress me out, and flattery doesn't help me this turn. So we'll just end turn. I don't have time to redraw my budget. Alright, your 6 shields is kind of a problem. That's a closer. Not sure I'm going to be closing this turn. Might, though. Let's end turn 3. I could plant the seed. And we'd get 10. Or I could just close for 13. Alright, we'll raise the interest by 10 there. And then raise interest with sleight of hand. Only 41% markup. Still, it was worth a lot.
That's all of them. Now, where did I put that dustpan?
Hi?
Hey, sorry to barge in like this.
Our shop's closed, cool customer. But you seem cool.
Can I hang out in here for a minute? I'm trying to give somebody the slip.
Sure?
Yeah, of course. I'll put up my close sign and lock the door behind you.
That's good of you.
Are you in some kind of trouble? Should I call the guard?
It's nothing serious. Just some guy with a camera. And no respect for a person's privacy.
Are you famous? Like paparazzi, or
But hey, this is a cool shop. I dig the whole vibe.
The falling apart and bankrupt vibe?
Thanks. I'm Sylvia, and this is my place.
Right on, Sylvia. I've always been so impressed by potion makers. That's a skill I just don't have.
I'm guessing you're some kind of performer? You've got the look.
Guessed it in one. Yeah, I'm a bard.
Okay. So probably, yeah, paparazzi following you around. Assuming you're a somewhat famous bard.
I've been playing at the Heroes Guild. It's the most fun I've had in ages.
Cool.
Demanding work, though. Heroes get rowdy between quests. Between that and staying one step ahead of nosy journalists, I'm practically asleep on my feet.
Well, you're welcome to rest here as long as you need.
I appreciate that. Seriously. But it looks like the coast is clear out there. And I've got to get back to the guild hall before Baptiste takes the stage with his amateur ventriloquism routine. Thanks for letting me hide out. That was cool of you, Sylvia.
Do I get to learn your name?
I hope I'll see you around.
I guess not.
She was nice. And clearly juggling too much. I can relate. I bet a mana potion would be just the pick-me-up she needs.
Okay. So we've got a quest to give her a mana potion, and maybe that is how we befriend her? Heroes Guild Bard in Residence is one free sample away from becoming a customer for life. Unlocks Zid. Zid? Not sure how you'd pronounce that name. Never expires. Has to be a greater mana potion, though. Okay. Cool. I should have asked for her autograph. Do you know who she is? Well, that's the end of day 12. We'll just quickly wrap up before day 13.
I should really learn that automated broom and mop spell.
Do you not know it? Your brooms seem very automated. Maybe not mops, but seems to be working.
Sylvia, hi, I'm Luna. It is a real pleasure to meet you.
Another new individual. Hi, Luna.
That's the warmest welcome I've had in a long time.
It's no less than you deserve. I mean, I saw you at the competition. The whole town did.
Thank you.
Cool under pressure, knowledgeable and confident. I'm talking about you, FYI.
We did demolish the competition, but that's because our potions actually work. And we came with potions way stronger than we needed.
But, are you ready to seize the opportunities that your victory is bringing your way?
Maybe? I sense a sales pitch, or are we flirting? I'm guessing it's a sales pitch, but I gotta try it. Are we flirting? More specifically, are you flirting?
Are we flirting right now? Because I'm kind of into it.
Ha! All that and funny too? You are the full package, Sylvia. As for me, I'm here in my capacity as founder and sole proprietor of Rafta's newest, best, and boldest marketing agency.
Ah. So we can pay you to market our potions. Interesting.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Do I even need marketing, Luna? I'm killing it without resorting to your absurd tricks, Luna.
I mean, as you already said, all of the town watched us demolish the competition. Do I need your marketing?
Shut up about marketing and take a day off before you crash and burn, Luna! Well, I'm biased, I know. But I still think marketing is the right choice for your business. Rafta's economy is in constant flux. It's total chaos. At least, it appears to be.
Okay. Ooh, are you saying that you could adjust the events? So when we have events that are saying, you know, for instance, yesterday, tonics didn't sell well, could you adjust that?
By getting the right message out there at the right time, TLDR, it gives you an advantage. And I would like to humbly suggest that you enjoy having one of those.
Okay. You are very energetic. Like that pose. be a nice change of pace to have an advantage. Sounds a bit like cheating. It would be a nice change of pace.
It would be a nice change of pace. Being the underdog gets old.
I knew you'd see the sense in it.
I just noticed that you have forearms. How did I not notice that earlier?
Well, you certainly make a compelling pitch.
Like, I just assumed that they were human, but with a weird getup. But they're clearly some sort of insect, and that's not a costume.
Aw, thanks. Anyone who's selling anything should refine their elevator pitch, you know? Start strong and the sky's the limit.
Elevator pitch. So we've got an opener from Luna. Drawn in opening hand, can only be played at the start of transaction. Raise interest by 4, apply sympathy for 1 turn. Okay. So it's an opener like the others, but it can only be played first turn, whereas the others just get bonuses if they open. But the way it says drawn in the opening hand, is that guaranteed? If I put this in my deck, I will have this first turn? Because if so, that's pretty powerful. And raise interest by 4 isn't great, but guaranteed sympathy in the opening hand is cool.
I can see the wisdom in that.
I know, right? So listen, come by my office soon. We'll take chaos in our hands, and we'll squeeze it and smother it and crush it, Sylvia. We'll crush it.
Okay.
It'll be fun, I promise.
Good to meet you, Luna. Alright. Special. Alright, so events for the day. Increased value of enhancers. The Ocean's Coast has increased loot drops. Ocean's Coast increased ingredients will cost less for 2 days. That's good. We can start building up towards getting out there. That's where we needed the frost gear, I believe. Muktuk's favorite holiday. It's a great grand day when walruses around the world reflect on relatives who have recently passed into the realm of the ancestors. Increased relationship gain with Muktuk. Sounds good. But with that, we're going to end the episode there. So for now, thank y'all for watching. I know this has been a little long, but I'll see you next time. Bye.